So all of these unit circle problems depend on you knowing the unit circle. Pi over 2 is right here. The coordinates are over 0, up 1. So if you're asked for sine, you're asking for the y value. So the answer to this is simply 1. Inverse cosine really means that you're looking for an angle. So you want the angle for which x, because cosine deals with x, is equal to the argument given, negative square root of 3 over 2. Well, that could be this angle or this angle, 5 pi over 6 or 7 pi over 6, but only 5 pi over 6 is in the range of the inverse cosine function because we go from 0 to pi. So that's why that one's right, and we ignore 7 pi over 6. Now as we move further to the third problem, you're asking for the inverse sine of something. Well, first, we always work from the inside the parentheses out, so we want the cosine of negative pi over 6. Well, a negative angle just means we go clockwise instead of counterclockwise, and I'm going to go pi over 6 in rotation, so that would put me right here. So cosine is saying, what is the x-coordinate of this negative pi over 6? Well, that is positive square root of 3 over 2. So all that means is, hey, if you found cosine of negative pi over 6, that answer is really this x value, square root of 3 over 2. And now you're asked for, what is the angle that has a y equal to square root of 3 over 2? Well, that would be here, or potentially over here, but this is outside of the range of the sine function, which goes from negative pi over 2 to pi over 2. So that's why we discount the 2 pi over 3 and we use the answer of pi over 3. That is the angle that has y of this. And so now here, we're doing the inverse tangent first. So this means what angle has a tangent or a y over x equal to negative 1? Well, the only time that's going to happen is one of our 45-degree or pi over 4 angles. Because in those locations, y and x are both square root of 2 over 2. So when we do square root of 2 over 2 over square root of 2 over 2, that's 1. Well, we want a negative 1. So one of these must be negative. Because this is the range of our inverse tangent function, we want this one down here, and we have to call it negative pi over 4. We cannot call it 7 pi over 4, even though those angles represent the same rotation. Only this one falls in the range of the inverse tangent function. So what that means is the theta that you want is negative pi over 4. So now we want, hey, what is sine of that negative pi over 4 angle? Well, it's this y value right here, or negative square root of 2 over 2.